Next one, what we're going to discuss is an automata, a DFA, which accepts strings where AB is a substring. AB is a substring කියලා කියන්නේ AB could be present anywhere in the string. හරි දැන් string එක මෙහෙම තියෙනවා නම් if these blanks are filled with symbols in the alphabet කොහේ හරි තැනක AB තිබ්බනම් හරි that is a accepted string. Substring කෑල්ලක් තමයි AB කියලා කියන්නේ. Okay, right. So again, what is the basic language එක ලිව්වොත් මොනවද එන්නේ? මුලින්ම එන්නේ AB, which means the string is AB. Okay, ඊට පස්සේ ඕන එකක්නේ කොහේ හරි තැනක AB කෑල්ල තිබ්බනම් ඇති අපිට. Okay, right. Now what do we do? Let's draw the simple one, the skeleton A, B. This is accepted. Okay, now in this part I have captured the substring constraint. Where I say that the AB should be a substring here. Okay, right. Now what should happen if B comes at A? If simple B comes at state A, what should happen? Should I go to a trap state? No, I should not. Why? මෙතන අපි trap එකට ගියේ because AB වලින් start කරපු හන්ද, but here we're not starting with AB. It just has to be a substring of the string. So I can have any number of B's. That's not my problem. Yeah. Now at B, at capital B state, I have defined the transition for simple B. So capital B valadi, I have to define the transition of simple A. So what should happen at capital B when I give input symbol A? What should happen? Capital A valadi A එකක් ආවා. Simple B valadit A එකක් ආවොතින් do I have to reject it or do I have to accept it? I have to accept, yeah. Because see, the මෙතනදී මට A එකක් ආවොත් that is fine because after that I anyway get a B. String I have A, B. That is what I want. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I say you can have any number of A's here. මේ තමයි පළවෙනි A එක. ඔයිට පස්සේ ඕන තරම් A තිබ්බට මට කමන්නේ. පස්සේ B එකක් තියනවා නම් then that is accepted because AB is a substring. Okay. Right. Thereafter, when I come to C, so say at A I get a B, then A kakava, then I get a B. Now I'm at C. I have AB as a substring already. So after this, mona avat, I don't care. Because of that, I can say any number of A's and B's can repeat over there. Since AB is a substring, that string is anyways accepted. Got it? I hope you got it. Okay, so remember when you want to draw a DFA, just understand what you have to do in the basic level and draw that first. Then it's quite easy to expand by thinking what will happen if you give a different symbol to a particular state. Okay, you can keep on expanding. That is quite easy. Okay, right. Let's do another example. Another example can arakema version ekak. Now we did strings that start with AB, strings that have AB as a substring. Finally, we do strings that end with AB. Okay, so now we're going to discuss DFAs which end with DFA which accepts strings with end with AB. Okay, make it the basic maker A inna B no C no C no me B. C is your final state. This is your initial state. Okay, right. Now මොකද වෙන්න ඕනේ? ඉස්සරහට ඕන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා. පස්සට you need to have A and B. Okay, හරි. Then let's start from the beginning. At state A, if you get B's, any number of B's, whatever the number of B's you get at state A is not your problem, because අපිට මොකක්ද ඕනේ, we need to get this only. එතකොට ඉස්සරහා කවුරුටත් අපිට වැඩ නැහැ. And then after that, at state B, whatever the number of A's I get, කලින් එක වගේමයි. මෙතනදී කොච්චර Aලා repeat වුණත් I don't mind because ultimately I need to get an AB නේ. එතන මෙතන කොච්චර Aලා හිටියත් I don't mind. For example, B, A, B කියලා ගත්තොත් B, A, B. So I start at A. Upon getting B, I come to A. Upon getting simple A, I come to B. Simple A, I come to B again. Yeah? එතකොට ඔයිටත් වැඩි Aලා තිබුණත් still that's okay because I'll be repeating at B, state B. Finally, upon receiving a C, I come to state C. So this is accepted. So I don't care whatever the number of A's that are repeated over here. Finally, when I come to state C, okay, when I come to state C, state C should somehow or the other happen with a simple B. Simple B එකකින් තමයි I have to come to state C, which means if at state C I get a simple A, okay, when I'm at state C, if I get a simple A, එකනේ මෙයාව accept කරන්න බෑනේ පස්සට ආයේ එකක් තිබ්බොතින් AB වලින් end වෙන්නේ නැහනේ. Then what should I do? I have to go back. Where do I go? I have to go back to a place which accepts A's, any number of A's. ඔන්න ඔතනට යනවා. එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? මම ආයෙනවා B වලට. C වලින් ඉඳන් A ආවහම I come to B. And I stay at B until I stay at capital B until I get another simple B. I simple B එකක් ඇවිල්ලා C වලට එනකන් I stay at capital B. Okay? So that is what happens at C when I get a simple A. Now what should happen at state C when I get a what should happen at state C when I get simple B? B වහවොත් මොකද වෙන්න ඕනේ? ඒ කියන්නේ I පස්සට B එකක් ඇවිල්ලා. That is not acceptable as well because I'm not ending with BB. I should end with AB. Yeah, which means BB thing, I have to go back to a place which accepts B's, which means I have to go right back to capital A and stay there until I get an A and a B. මෙතනට B ආවට පස්සේ හරි I need another A and a B to accept the string. ආව නැත්නම් එයා reject වෙනවා. Is that clear? I hope that is clear. So this is the automata which will accept strings that end with AB. හරි? අපි කොහොමරි මේක හැදුවා අන්තිමට AB කියන එක අගට එන්න. එතනින් එහාට කවුරුරි පස්සට ආවොත් අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ව ආයි පස්සට ට්‍රාන්ස්මිට් කරනවා. කළා ආයි ඉස්සරහට යවන්නේ AB එකක් આવොත් විතරයි. Got it? මෙතනින් වෙන්නේ whatever the number of A's you get, that is not my problem because කොහොම හරි මට අගට B එකක් එනවනේ. ඒතර A ලා කීයක් තිබ්බත් when I get a B at the end, I am saved. That is accepted. Okay. I hope that's clear. Hari, before we go to the next example, then may set එක එක වගේ, yeah? Right, before we go to the next set of examples, I want you to go back to the VLE. VLE එකේ I have put a quiz. ගේ සතිය කළා වගේ a simple quiz with ප්‍රශ්න තුනයි දෙකේ මම දැම්මේ. Go back to the VLE, day 2 කියලා quiz එකක් ඇති. You have only 6 minutes to do, I think, 4 questions. Can you start it now? 6 minutes, and after 6 minutes, it will automatically finish the attempt and submit your answers. And I think I have given marks as well, so you will be marked as well. Okay, start that now. 6 minutes.
Ma'am, it says that the quiz was closed on Monday, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yes. True. Adu uday karana දාපු එකනේ. Wait. Thank you for informing. The string should be, the number of B's you have in the string should be twice the number of A's that you have in the string. Okay, so whichever the answer that gives you twice the number of B's as A's in the string, then that is the correct answer, which will be accepted by that particular language. Okay. So I think that was the only question. Other than that, everything else was theoretical, where we had to deal with the theories of DFAs. Okay, so okay, I think we can go to the next example. So let's say that I want to create a DFA which starts with A, and I have any number of string symbols, and finally I have a B. Okay, which means it starts with A and ends with a B. Okay, so I have to draw a DFA to capture these strings, to capture the language which accepts these strings. Okay, so what do we do? What is the trick that we use? In any case, when we are asked to draw a DFA, we first start with the skeleton, which will capture the the very first string, the basic string. Okay, so here in this case, language L will capture the basic string of AB, which means in between A and B, you don't have any symbols, whereas in the rest of it, you can have any number of symbols between those two. Okay, it's just the fact that it has to start with A and end with B. Okay, right. So when we draw the basic skeleton here, I will have my initial state A. That will take me to another state, B. After B, I have to come to state C, which is the final state and which has to accept my basic string in the language, which is AB. Okay, right. Now, since we're done with the skeleton, we can move on to the next steps where we think what will happen to each state when we give the other symbol in the alphabet. By the way, in almost in all the examples which I discussed so far, the alphabet was AB. Yeah? Okay, so DFA should define the transition for each of the symbols in the alphabet. So now let's think what will happen if at state A we get a simple B. Okay. At state A, if I get a simple B, what happens? Now we said that the string should start with a simple A. So if we have a simple B, that means that string should not be accepted. Yeah, it should be rejected. The reject karna we usually come to a trap state. They're trapped there. Okay, right. So agindala simple B thing, we are at a trap state, and anything which comes after that, that string is rejected because it started off with a simple B. Okay, so when we take state A, now we have completed the transitions of state A on simple A and simple B. Okay, now we have to come to capital B state. Okay, now on capital B, we have shown the transition of simple B. Now, what should be the transition that should happen on capital B upon seeing a simple A, B වල ඉන්නකොට simple A එකක් දැක්කොත් මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? දැන් B වලදී simple A එනවයි කියන්නේ A වල in capital A we have had an A already. When at capital A and we see a simple A, we come to state B. Okay. When at state B, if we see another simple A, what should we do? That's fine. Yeah, we can have any number of A's after the first A. I mean, like, as long as we are between A and B, we don't care what comes in between. That is not our problem. So we can just repeat it there itself. Okay. Then state B is also complete. We have shown the transition for both A and B. Then we come to state C. State C tawahama. State C, well, let's first see what will happen if you get a B at state C. If you get a simple B at state C. Again, like you had some string. So this is the end. This is where you come to state C. After that, again, you have a B. Why? Because the string should anyways end at B. Yeah. Because of that, as long as I stay at state C, I can accommodate any number of C's, sorry, a number of B's. Because of that, I can repeat B over here. Yeah. I can make a password on B la add indi. That's okay because anyways the ending letter is a B. Okay. Then what will happen if at C I get a simple A? If at state C I get a simple A, then what should happen? State C එකේදී ආයි එකක් එනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මේක පස්සට ආයිමත් එකක් වැටෙනවා. Now this string is this string cannot be accepted anymore because it doesn't end with a B. Yeah. Then what do? I have to go back to a state which accommodates A's. I have to go back to the state which will take any number of A's and it will stay there until it gets another B. ඔතනට වෙලා ඉන්නවා ආයේ B එකක් එනකම්. And the moment it gets another B, it will come back to state C. Got it? So this is the automata. This is the automata which will capture the strings that start with an A and end with a B. And in the middle, you can have anything you want. Okay. Right. Let's do one final example before we stop. 7:50. I have a set of examples. I thought I'll be able to finish them today, but I don't think I can. Okay, let's say my sigma is, now I'm gonna change my sigma. All this time it was AB. I'm changing it now to 0, 1. My sigma is 0, 1. Okay. Then I want to draw a DFA where all my strings start with one symbol and end with another symbol. Meaning they start and end with different symbols, which means strings could start with 0 and end with 1, or they could start with 1 and end with 0. Okay. And in the middle, I can have anything. Okay. Which means this language looks like this. The simplest case is just having 0 and 1. Yeah. 0, 1 and nothing in middle. At the same time, 1, 0. 1 and 0 and nothing between them. It පස්සේ මොනවද තියෙන්න පුළුවන්? 0 අතුලේ ඕන එකක් තිබිලා 1 and then 0. It goes on and on and on. Okay. Right. Now how do we draw the DFA. So what is my first step? Skeleton. Okay, how does the skeleton look like? State A. Okay, now to draw the skeleton, what I use is the basic string. So here in this case, there are two basic strings, this and this. So I had to draw the skeleton which will accept both these strings. Okay, so I'll first start with the first one, 0 enema. 0 I go to a state, and then I get 1 and I go to a state which should be the final state because it has to be accepted. At the same time, this one should also be accepted. Yeah, therefore if I get a 1, I can sorry, I can go to one state, and thereafter if I get a 0, I can go to another state, and that is my final state. So this is accepted and this is also accepted. Okay, right. Now since I have the skeleton, what I do is I go ahead and check what happens when I give different symbols to each of the states. So when I'm at B, okay, when I'm at B, what if I get a 0? මම B වල ඉන්නකොට බිඳුව ආවොත් මොකද කරන්නේ? B වල ඉන්නකොට බිඳුව යනවායි කියලා කියන්නේ A වලින් ආපු බිඳුව දැනටමත් තියෙනවා. So I have a 0 already. Okay, so at B, if I get another 0, that's okay. Yeah, because my first symbol is a 0 anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, so I can repeat any number of zeros here. Yeah, and then upon getting a 1, I go to my final state because it has to end with a 1 since it started with a 0. Okay, ඕකම අනිත් පැත්තට ගත්තාම when I'm at D, state D, what will happen if I get 1? When I'm at D, what will happen if I get a 1? So ඒ කියන්නේ A වලින් එන 1 එක දැනටමත් මට තියෙනවා, and afterwards I get another 1. So again that is okay because I start with 1 and as long as I end with 0, I'm fine. Yeah, so I can repeat a number of 1s here as long as a 0 will take me to my final state. Yeah, which is to say that when I'm at E, the final state which accommodates zeros, if I get more zeros at E, that is again okay. Yeah, because it ends with a 0. Started with a 1, ends with a 0. So I can entertain any number of zeros here. ඕක අනිත් පැත්තට ගත්තොත් මම C වල ඉන්නකොට මේ final state එකේ ඉන්නකොට මට ඕන තරම් මොනවද ගන්න පුළුවන්? එකේ ඒවා. Because why? It's these strings මේ මෙන්න මේ layer එකේදී in this layer strings start with 0. Okay, and in this layer string starts with 1 and end with 0. මෙතන end වෙන්න එකෙන්. Okay, so at C I can entertain any number of 1s because මෙතන පස්සට කියේ එකේ ඒවා කීයක් ආවත් that is fine because they anyways end with a 1. So I can put any number of 1s here. Okay, right, that part is over. Then මොනවද ඉතුරුද මට? C and E. Okay, at C, what if I get a 0? Now I have addressed the fact of getting 1 at C. What if I get a 0 at C? C වලදී 0 එකක් එනවයි කියලා කියන්නේ මෙහෙම ඔහම මොකක් හරි තිබ්බයි කියන්නකෝ ඔන්න ඔහම. This is accepted, but at the end I get another 0. Now this is not acceptable because it doesn't end with 1. Yeah, so then I have to go back to a state which entertains 1s. entertains zeros. So I have to go back to B, which takes any number of zeros, and stay there until I get another 1. I can come to C and end my journey. Got it? Similarly, when I'm at E, if I see a 1, what should happen? Now, say it was like this. This was accepted, but now what happened is I got another 1 here. Now I can't accept this because it ends and starts with the same symbol. Therefore, I have to go back to a state which takes any number of 1s, okay, and stay there until I see a 0, so that 0 will take me down to E. I මෙතන 0 එකක් ආවට පස්සේ I can come to E and end my journey so that the string will be accepted. Got it? So now I have defined transitions for each state on each input symbol. 0, 1 දෙකටම හැම state එකකටම transitions ඉන්නවා දැන් මෙතන. Therefore, this is a complete DFA, and what does this depict? This depicts the DFA which captures strings that end and start with different symbols, either 0 and 1 or 1 and 0. Okay, right. I have a few more examples, but we don't have time to do that now. So next week, we will be starting with these examples which I have remaining under DFAs, okay?